shouting all about love, while they treated you like a dog when you were the one that had made it so clear all those years ago. George Harrison's song, All Those Years Ago, his tribute, of course, to his friend John shortly after John was killed, came out in 1981 on his album Somewhere in England. Great album. So I have a lesson together for this song and do a few really interesting things in it. I'll show you the little lick that I was playing there in just a second. But I'm playing it not in the original key. So in the lesson we talk about transposing it because it makes it a little bit easier to sing or something like that. So if I have any chance of singing this, I had to sing it in the key of A. So I transposed the little lick from D to A. This is what it sounds like in D. And we add in basically what the keyboard is doing right there, adding a little bluesy twist to it by throwing in a minor third in there. So that little riff is kind of a part of really just the intro. I'll show you how it works in A. This is our standard kind of blues shuffle rhythm, going from an A, essentially an A power chord. I'm playing it with my index finger just flattened out across the second fret, and the only strings I really need are the third string and the fourth string, because those are the only ones I'm going to hit, along with the open fifth. So this little standard blues thing is done in, I was going to say millions, but at least thousands of songs. And this is a really valuable thing to have down if you're going to try to play anything like 12-bar blues or lots of other stuff. But what we did here, what this little arrangement I did here does is it includes adding in the flatted third and dropping it down to the root or the tonic so that you can hear both. So mechanically what's going on there is for one measure, it's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 8/8 notes, adding on your third finger on the second beat and the fourth beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But on the first beat of the second measure, adding your fourth finger to the fifth fret, the C of the third string. And still doing a down and an up, but then on the next down, which is the second beat, adding your third finger where it had just been. So we added two notes at separate times, adding your fourth finger for the first beat and your third finger for the second beat. And on the end of the second beat, taking it off. And then continuing with the rest of it. So that's how this little lick works in A. It's kind of a cool way to start the song, and then you would keep this riff going all the way through the verse. The song uses some unusual chords, some diminished chords, some seventh chords with raised fifths, and all that kind of stuff. So the lesson that I put together at TotallyGuitars includes all of that kind of stuff. And we do talk about doing it in the key of D. Most of the lesson is geared towards playing it the way George played it, playing the original in the key of D, using relatively normal chords in the key of D, plus a couple ones not so normal. It ends up using an E diminished chord and a G minor 6. Unusual sound there. Third fret of the sixth string, third string, and second string, along with the open E. You can just hear George Harrison in some of those chords. So anyway, if you'd like to check out the lesson, it's available as part of the Target program at TotallyGuitars. We also have a lot of other free lessons, and there's a whole channel here at YouTube that talks about all of our free lessons. So if you're interested in checking out any of this kind of stuff, there are a lot of George Harrison songs, of course, available at TotallyGuitars, and Beatles songs and everything else. But we have well over 50 free lessons at the site, too. All you got to do is come visit us and check them out. And the channel here at YouTube, TG Free Lessons, is where you can find samples of some of those. So hope you get a chance to check us out at TotallyGuitars.com, especially if you're interested in learning all those years ago.